Hey everybody. I started doing the scrapbook page of my granddaughter, and I grabbed some new Tim Holtz product, and I want to share with you how it worked. Used Wild Honey Distress Spray. And this is what it did. I think this is totally awesomely cool. I'm going to add some broken china to it. I'm going to use these papers. At least I think I am. So I took this, which is obviously pink, and tore it in sort of a circle, and I went around front and back edges with picked raspberry distress. Just using my applicator and a pad. I have this cardboard box that I use, and I don't know that I can get it on camera. Okay, there it is. Let's see. Hadn't planned on filming, so my desk is not as tidy as it could. Okay, so you can sort of see it. I gotta have the backup, otherwise I'm gonna have spray everywhere. So now I'm gonna put on some broken china. Prime it. Okay. I grabbed some tattered rose, but I don't think I'm going to put it on there. I think those two colors are going to be enough for a background. How that came out? Pretty awesome. I am so thrilled with that. That is so cool. Okay, so the next thing is to decide how I'm going to lay these out. This is my focal picture. That is my second youngest granddaughter. She's 4, and this little dog belongs to her Auntie Twyla, which is my oldest daughter, and she's the daughter of my youngest. And I don't know, it's just too cute. I couldn't resist it. So this will go here. I'm going to curl edges. Okay, we'll roll them up with a paintbrush here in a minute as soon as I decide. Now I'm going to use this. I don't know how much, and I'm thinking I'm probably going to use a couple of these. These are just heart doilies. I think I picked them up at my local grocery store after Valentine's Day on clearance. Let's see. Maybe. Do I want this color? Oh yeah, I want that color. Okay, so I think this will go down first so I can see it, and then this. Maybe a bit of white behind the photo. Okay, we're making progress. I do not like the blue and green behind that pink. That is really cool though. And I bet I can use that behind one of my grandson's scouting layouts. I'm going to set that aside, and I'm going to get another piece of white and see what the Tattered Rose does. You know, you just never know until you start playing. Evidently, this is turning into a play day. Something a little brighter pink to go with that, I think. Okay, grab some picked raspberry, which is what I used around the edge. Okay. Well, the picked raspberry sort of took over, but that's okay. That's okay. Okay, so I'm going to it's just not something I do often. Okay, I'm liking that. That looks foamy. I do love my Ranger products. Okay. That's the Kane Company paper, and it's got their logo on the back here. Stamped on the back, so I can't curl it. Put this angle here. Get out my handy dandy paintbrush. I also use a barbecue skewer when I can find where I've put them. I've managed to misplace them this week. I cleaned up, and well, you know what happens when you clean up. Tidy up, put something in a new place. And it's gone forever. Tear this a little bit. What is this picture? It is 4 by 6. Piece of white. Start building this the other direction now. Okay, so I want to put a piece of white around this photo. I'm just going to make it a small border. I'm going to cut the pink a 1/4 inch bigger, so it'd be 4 3/8 by 6 3/8. Raspberry again. Give this a bit of a, and all we'll do is just put a light bit of darkness around the edge, just enough to make it look finished. That's going to be alright. Okay, I am going to layer those together, but I'm going to put a tag under here that my daughter can write on, and oh yeah, tell us about what's going on with the photo. This ATG tape that I get from Tape Jungle is awesome. I have projects over 2 years old that are still firmly stuck together, where stuff I made in the same time period with like score tape has come apart. So I am a firm believer in the product that Tape Jungle sells, and it's about half the price of the name brand ATG tape out there. You know who I mean. And I think it's better. I firmly believe this stuff is awesome. Tear a bit of this to go behind that one. bring the velvet back out. You know, and of course you don't have to edge, you know, distress these edges with ink. You could just leave them white. I swore I had 2 of those out. I am so good at misplacing stuff. Some chipboard letters here. I don't know if I'm going to use them as is or if I'm going to modify them. And I'm not going to use these at all. I think I'm going to use the blue ones. Okay, this is how this is going to go down, so I'm going to just adhere it down. And you don't need to watch me do that. I will be back with the finished product. Okay, so I've got it this far. Now I want a tag to go under here. And this now measures 6.5 by 4.5. So I'm going to do a 6 by 4 less than 8, so 5 7/8 by 3 7/8. But I want an extra 1/2 inch for the tab. So let's see, that's not wide enough. Nope. Another one. What? There's my pencil. There's my pencil. Scrap of paper. So what I'm going to do is that, or maybe I'll have the tab in the middle, but either way, five and 7/8 by 3 and 7/8 to here plus a half. Is 4 and 3/8. Okay. So 5 and 7/8. And 3/8. Now I want to make I'm going to use my envelope punch board for this. Punch there. And punch there, and then I'm just going to cut this part away. It's like 3/8 of an inch, so I may have to trim. No, that'll be fine. And corner rounder. Use the 1/4 inch side. Use my Victorian velvet and just go around the edges. I'm going to take glue to adhere this down with. Tape, when this slides in and out, could get stuck on. The glue will dry nice and solid, and I won't have to worry about it. It's really wet. I'm going to dry this a bit. Don't use your heat gun directly on your cutting mat or over it. It will warp it. And I know from personal experience, ruined a perfectly good mat. Yeah, that's curved up a little bit, but it'll flatten down. No worries. Come on, did I seriously spread the glue too wide? There's absolutely something I could have done. Come on. Oh my goodness, what are you getting stuck on in there? There we go. Okay. Now this is seriously plain. What do we do to dress this up a little bit? Okay, this thing needs stuff. So I'm going to do some flowers. I'm going to show you how I take these white flowers and transform them. I need my distress markers. I want a nice bright pink. That's too red, too orange. That's too orange. I think this is too brown. I don't think this is deep enough. Okay. So I'm going to use worn lipstick. And I am going to color the outer edges of these flowers. This is an awesome, neat technique. And don't worry. Be patient. This is totally, totally cool. Okay, I am putting on some flourishes that I've cut out for the corners. Got two to go down, this one and one more. You notice the picture's gone. I got some ink on it, so I'm going to have to reprint it, and I'll put it on a little bit later. Being able to print your own photos. Back in the day, that would have been a lost picture. Am I ruining it with ink? I did take it down and have it reprinted. Now we have the luxury of just doing it on demand. Okay. It's starting to come together a little bit. put flowers here, so I'm going to go cut some greenery for the back. I'll be back in a bit. Okay, let's get this thing finished. Or at least more on its way. I cut some fern shapes. And I cut some just generic leaves, and I drew veins on them with my forest moss. I'm not for sure exactly how these are going to sit, so we'll just play with them for a little bit. Add more flower than that. Guess not. Okay. Let's see. Yes. This one at the top of the picture. Some greens in here. For goodness sakes. Here's the picture. And that'll do just fine. Okay, so what do I want to do with the centers? Pretty sure I want to do something. Let me see. Don't think I want to do that, but I might. Pretty. Let's see. Could do that. Okay, I'm going to get my photo laid down and then get all these flowers and greenery adhered. these guys. I use Eileen's tacky glue. People use other stuff. This just happens to be my favorite. Never had any trouble with it. Next thing is going to be the flowers. And I'm just doing the centers because I want to tuck greenery behind there. When I'm done gluing them down, got to use a little more dimension.
Any idea where our cayenne pepper went?
Okay, thought I was recording and I wasn't. I'm sorry. But here it is, all finished.